You got your job, you got your podcast, leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her and telling her not to respond. I can stop it. That's the last time. Okay? Thank you. Sorry about that. RG3, tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese and punch you in your fucking face. Okay? That's enough. Like, I don't usually do stuff like this, but just stop it, bro. You got your job, you got your podcast, leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her and telling her not to respond. I can stop it. That's the last time. Okay? Thank you. Sorry about that.
Hi, I'm
RG3,
Carcino.
tweet another monkey post about my girl Angel Reese.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. What's up, everybody out there? It's your boy Carcino. You know what time it is. Now, I was supposed to do a list of the top 100. We were supposed to go over there and do a live stream yesterday. Right when I was going to do it, I got hit with a spam thing. I had to do this. Then I saw the list, and I was so angry. I had to say, if I'm going to do this list and I'm going to do this live stream, we got to do it right. I got to have 100. Of the top 100. I got to do all 100. So right now I'm working on my 100 list. Right? So some things are going to be in order now. We got new players to add to this thing. So, you know, players have had some years. I know it's been like 5 years since I've done a list, and I only did 50. Now we got to do 100. And so far, I'm probably less than 20 in right now. So by the time we do this live stream, I'm going to have 100. Their list is based on outside influence on Bleacher Report. So there was impact of the game. Like, what the hell does look? I'm going to do a real list based on basketball. So we're going to go there. But let's get into this because I always wanted to address it. It was running rampant yesterday. Shaquille O'Neal came to the defense of Angel Reese. He's been a mentor to Angel Reese since she was in college. Everybody think he just got on the bandwagon. No, she went to LSU. He's an LSU alum, and this is exactly what he wanted to do, was mentor. So definitely he's going to guide her, you know, dealing with success, the people to hang around, things of that nature. So it's always going to be a challenge. Now, with what you have before you and Angel Reese, you're dealing with someone who's reached a level of success in college, and she's doing it in the pros, trying to build her team here in Chicago to a winning team. It's not a really good team that they built around her, but her popularity is up, and she gets a lot of rebounds. She knows how to fight for boards, and she's been doing it since college and the pros, and she's a solid player in this league. Now, they have marketed this league by making Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, when there's a lot of players in the league that don't like Caitlin Clark based on her attitude. They just don't like her, period. And it's just really, it's not like when they see them on the street, they're going to fight. It's a basketball competitive thing. They want to beat her. They want to beat this media buzz. They tired of the media keep asking about her when she's not even playing them. You know, it's just an annoying situation. And RG3 has proven Rob Parker right. He is a cornball brother. And ESPN can't fire me. I don't work for them. So when you see what happened with RG3 and his situation that went down, it's like he's targeting Angel Reese. And while he's targeting Angel Reese, it's like, okay. He's trying to get his podcast off the ground. But by doing this, just a month ago, you had your wife, who's white, sit in front of the entire world She sat in front of everybody and went over there and nodded her head in approval to make sure you said everything that needed to be said. Right? And you've been on this hate train, and there's nothing written down that says you have to like Angel Reese. But to target Angel Reese, who's done nothing to you, and you make it not about basketball. You just hate Angel Reese. Now, take a look here. This was your post. Let's blow this all the way up here. It says, after watching Caitlin Clark flagrant foul on Angel Reese in the aftermath, there was no way Angel Reese can continue Caitlin Clark. Not some basketball rivalry hate either. Hate. Now, you just made it not about basketball when you said not some basketball rivalry hate either. Just hate. And you have no theory to back that up. There's nothing to indicate she hates this person. And outside of basketball rivalry, you have nothing. Now that situation has flown the coop. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it has. Because see, Shaquille O'Neal was right. You are a problem. But everyone let you slide. Like, I mean, I remember Ryan Clark tried to come after you. But then his job was threatened because he works for ESPN. So he has to be a little bit more cautious about all of the things that he do. Oh, 100%. No. Not the case. But let's take it for another spin here that you guys might be interested in. As you can see right here, they was talking about Get Out Part 2. As you can see, RG3 was gunning for views. He knew what the optics would be by putting his wife in the background while she sip her tea, nodding in approval to what her husband is saying. He knows the optics of that, so he could play a victim, and it's all to boost his podcast show. But some of the things that he said were so egregious that neither one of us would ever consider him part of a movement, part of anything, RG3 is always going to be looked at as a cornball brother. Because in fact, he is a cornball. He can't help himself. He doesn't know how to be anything else. So on that playing field, on that plane, this is what has been determined of him. Now, throughout his life, as I tried to tell you about him, that's what he looked like. He's always been with Snow Bunny. See, this is what he looked like when he was in college. Look at it. He was darker then and everything. Had the S curl, Jerry curl thing going on. And we all know, look at him before. I mean, look at him today. All right? Got his new teeth, new skin, everything. And look at him back then. Before he cheated on this one with the one he with now. If you married the one you cheated on, you're going to cheat again. But see, this one got you more about a boss. Now, like I said, if you want to date a white woman, that's your preference. Knock yourself out, but you don't have to hate black women to do it. Your mother and daddy is black. Boy, what you doing? This is called self-hate. So when you say you know all about hate, you right. You hate yourself. You don't have to go and bash black people to say this is why you with a white woman. If you wanted to be with Becky Lynch, then be with Becky Lynch. No one is saying you ain't the first black man in history to date a white woman. And you like, I'm dating her because that's what I like. That's what your preference is. That's what your preference is. But you don't have to throw black women under the bus. And unfortunately, it is too many people like RG3 out here doing just that. So I'm not blaming your white wife for having those views, but those are the views that you share with her because you seem to have off-color remarks about people such as yourself. You see yourself as white. You want to be looked at it and approved by them. They laugh at you because you're saying the things that they want to say but can't say. So they laugh. Look at RG3. I like him because he's right about these Negroes. All right, that's the best way to do it. Like that monkey picture was outstanding. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. I laughed. I got the joke. And you're sitting here posting. I won't even show that photo too, by the way. You've seen it. Someone else created it, who's probably some idiot, racist person who don't even watch WNBA anyway, or Caitlin Clark, just want to be a part of a narrative to take a shot at a black person who's got some fame because they're on the cover of a sports video game. So trying to put them and depict them as a monkey was highly disrespectful. And why would you retweet that if you're RG3? He tried to dig himself out of the hole that he got because he's going to get the wrong attention. You can go with your alt-right side of your continuance all you want. I don't care. Because this is why we need to rally. Because there's too many people like this in the game. If you want to feel that way, fine. We don't deal with you no way. The black community who did support you when you came out, they did stand up for you against Shanahan. Those guys were sticking up for RG3. You had black support. White people didn't want you to play the quarterback position. White people thought you was overrated. when you had your Subway commercials and all of that, we were standing by you. When they wanted to get rid of you and not give you a chance, we the ones said you deserved a chance. And all because y'all want to make a rivalry between this woman. So I understood what Joy Taylor was saying when she said Angel Reese made Caitlin Clark popular. She didn't make her, she got a lot of publicity and a lot of attention that she probably wouldn't have if they didn't attach her to Angel Reese. Angel Reese was already a champion, basically. She was already a superstar in college. Caitlin Clark was a girl that scored a lot of points, but her team never really made it far until that year, and they lost. And then the next year, Angel Reese team lost, and she went pro. They didn't get to the championship game. And sure enough, they lose in the championship game. They finally get there, and then Iowa doesn't win with Caitlin Clark. So she never got the Cinderella storybook finals victory. But she got the popularity of what happened last year when Angel Reese celebrated in her face. So it became a major storyline. Now, when you start to see the elements bleeding in together, like those lines and stuff, they're all like meaning different things. You see how black people get outraged. You're doing too much. Do you know if you'd have done this in the 80s, bruh, there ain't nowhere you could have went in the world they would have snatched your ass up. Black folks. You embarrass your mother and your father by doing stuff like this. So it's bigger than Angel Reese. This is a sickness of your mind. As Ryan Clark said, you told a bunch of weird jokes about milk, and that was just weird about black people and white people when you were working at ESPN. And you wonder why you don't work there anymore. And I know where this self-hate comes from. They used to tease you, didn't they? RG3, back before you had money. They used to tease you and everything. You was just ugly Robert. They were like, Robert, he ugly. They used to make fun of you and your Jerry curl, your S curl, and you went running over to the white girls. That's what happened. Tell the public what really happened. Well, when people make their decisions and their estimations about what's to come, the future, and everything that's applied to it, you're going to see a titanic, basically, a shift that's going to blow people into a new direction. Now, it's going to be up to you where that direction takes you. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, RG3 cheated on his first wife, the one that he was so in love with. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Cheated on her. And got with another one. And got with the wife he with now. Look at him. Got on his cowboy hat. Look at him. Look at that smile. Got mine. Got mine, though. Look. And that's the one he cheated with. So he can get this girl here. She loves her some Robert. Right? And got her little mug in the back. But what about your first? What about your first Snow Bunny? Yeah, you got rid of her. But see, this is when you were Robert. Hey, you were ugly Robert. Look at ugly Robert. Now you done went and got your teeth fixed. He had them Dracula teeth, had that long front teeth looking like Eddie Murphy in Vampire in Brooklyn. I want to drink your blood. You out here looking like goddamn Vampire in Brooklyn and mad the sisters didn't want your pathetic ass. And now look at you. All on the podcast. No sports station wants you. And you gave good football analysis when you was on ESPN. So it had to be something else. And the brothers looked at you like, huh? I don't know about this RG3 guy. Now look at you. All busted. And it couldn't have happened to a better person. There's so many different people in this game that's going to tell you otherwise, right? Yeah, I'm just looking at some statistics. Well, there's a lot of things that take place with Shaquille O'Neal and RG3 because, first of all, you can't get Shaq fired. You could try to say, oh, he gonna come after my sponsors or whatever. But whatever you do, you better think carefully. If you try to double down on it, your ass is grass. Now, if you try to go ahead and make something other than, then okay, I understand that. You want to try to go for, you know, yeah, you want to go for some legacy play. That's fine. It's like, where do you it's like, where do you rank yourself? Almost, it's like, What do you want to do with this podcast? What is the goal you want to accomplish? You want to be respected as a sports analyst, or you just want to be a shock jock? You want to be Howard Stern? What are you trying to accomplish? Because if anything, if you look at, let's say, any of the greats, right? Shaq could have helped you. Shaquille O'Neal could have helped you out tremendously. I was one that always believed that one good turn deserves another. But when you have no sense of respect for your ancestors, your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, your cousin, they look like you, bro. It ain't your fault. If you want to choose a white woman, that's on you. And your wife should have told you that. It ain't an indictment on black women because you chose a white girl. Did you choose her because she's white? Because the person that's made it about race is you. What is your critique on Angel Reese? Is it about her game? It's because of who you think she should like and who she shouldn't like. Based on what? Race. So, yeah, I never looked at it as a real competition of who was the best between breaking things down and that, in that sense. I would always say it's always going to be determined that if you want to make it to the level of the elites, you're going to want to balance yourself, prepare yourself for what that's going to take. There's so many people out here that don't get it. I never looked at RG3 as somebody that I'm going to say, oh, this is the guy that got it all figured out. For what? He don't got it all figured out. He's not saying anything on his sports podcast show that's worth even listening to. So what we have to do as black people is we see garbage like this, we have to call it out. We have to say, you know what? That's what you want. Let them support you. That's who you cater to. That's your audience. You want to cater to white folk? Say what you want to say. We're going to cut you off. Now, when black folks cut your water off, and you want all the uppities and the sellout brothers to support you, then good. Go on over there with them. Get all the sellout brothers over there. Have one big sellout party. All you want. And see where that gets you. See what kind of life you get. Stay accepted when all your friends are her friends. Go on over there to it. Enjoy yourself. That seems to be where you want to be. Stay there. We don't want you on this side of the town. You feel me? Now, We all have made the right sacrifices. We all have went into the right directions. We've done the things that were correct, and getting this, put on a pedestal to where we all can do the right thing. There's always going to be things wrong. Things are always going to go wrong. It's up to you to see if you can turn it around and make it right. But we got to cut people like RG3 off. There's nothing interesting about him. If they're gonna attack a black woman just for being black, there must be something special about it. Because when Angel Reese played against Indiana and Caitlin Clark didn't play, it was the third highest game in WNBA history. They still watched the game. So let me get this. Angel Reese is only famous because of Caitlin Clark, right? That's how y'all want to word it. Like, Caitlin Clark made her famous when she was already famous for winning a national championship and was already talked about in every magazine, every website, everybody who was watching the game. But when she got attached, y'all did attached her to Caitlin Clark when she celebrated in her face. And she just turned that into a marketing perspective. Everybody started to promote her once she won the national championship. There are two different type of players. She's a rebounder and score on the inside. She's a double-double machine. So that's her game. Defense, the whole nine. And you're mad because she can go out there and take glamour shots and do what she want to do. She's 20-some-year-old black woman living her best life. And she's saying, I'm going to be unapologetic. You don't like that because white America don't like that. White America don't like somebody telling black women to be unapologetic. They want black people to be, oh, I'm sorry. While they don't have to apologize for anything. They're above it. There's been a lot of interesting things that have happened over a great period in time. It's just yeah, I know. But like Rob Parker said, he's a cornball brother. So what do you expect to get out of the cornball brother? Cornball ain't been used since like the 80s, early 80s. They only take me back to The Last Dragon. Yo, man, you got the cornball. That's the last time I heard cornball used was in the 80s. And because he called him a cornball brother, he was let go from ESPN. So that lets you know how ESPN feels. I really felt that overall, when you look at like when they say big picture, like what's the big picture here? You really wanted to say, you really wanted to kind of like make it stand out. No, I've always thought that if you're gonna say it, make it stand for something. Make it mean something. Like Shaq made it mean something. He was very direct. And what you gonna do? Sue Shaq? Because if Shaq see you and he punch you in the face, Shaq gonna have endorsements. Like Shaq is damn near a billionaire on paper. And hell, I'm trying to get there. But I'm doing it in a different way. And if you on my Patreon, you already know what we own. So I'm gonna try to make my Patreons rich and help them get there. Or at least put them in a position where they can take care of their families. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I spent too much time talking about this guy. I will do the list. I'm gonna finish my 100, then we're gonna do that live stream and talk about the list. All right.